Do you know what really grinds my gears? When people say they don't like animated shows. During my break, I binge watched the entirety of Arcane, and all I gotta say is that show is absolute cinema. This has been one of the greatest shows that I've seen in so long. The story, the setting, the characters, and the feelings I felt during this show. I haven't cried during a movie or a show in years, and I'm pretty sure I cried like 3 times during Arcane. I say all that because after I finished the series, like any other nerd in the family, I recommended this show to everybody I knew, friends and family. And you would be surprised by the amount of people that told me they don't want to watch it because it is a cartoon. Oh, even saying it frustrates me. And I get it. People have their preferences and all, but it's 2025. And in 2024, some of the best shows that we got on television were animated shows. Arcane, X-Men 97, Invincible Season 2, Dandaran. And I know this movie didn't come out last year, but I watched it last year, was The Boy and the Heron, which I love Studio Ghibli movies, if you didn't know. And to disregard all of these shows because they are animated just blows my mind. And I guess there are some good live action shows, but they just haven't been hitting for me lately. Let me know if this is just me, because House of Dragon Season 2 didn't live up to what I thought it would be. I have zero interest in whatever Stranger Things is anymore. And Squid Game Season 2 felt like a half season to me. So yeah, when people kept telling me that they didn't want to watch Arcane because it was animated, it really just got me thinking that all of the shows that I've considered amazing have been animated. Which brings me back to Arcane Season 2 and the masterpiece that we got. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. We did not deserve Arcane. We didn't. I don't know what god that we pray to get Arcane, but we gotta keep praying to that one, specifically that one, because they are blessing us. I'm not gonna start playing League of Legends though, I'm sorry. I got a life, man. I gotta go outside, dude. In the past 2 weeks, I have obsessively looked on YouTube for every deep dive analysis video that I could find about Arcane Season 2, because Arcane is literally a blink and you will miss it show. Trust me, there is so much attention to detail going on in this show that there's no way that you will be able to see it all on your first time watching it. You got to be watching this stuff frame by frame. You have to obsessively be looking for all of the details. There's so much detail going on. There's so many branching stories, and the environments. Oh, the environments. Every single shot in this show could be a goddamn wallpaper. The art style is so beautiful. And one of the things that I kept bringing up when I would talk to my friends and family that did not want to watch the show is that there are just some shots that you can do in animation that you can't do in live action. A quick example is in the first episode of Arcane, there is a chase scene and the good guys are running away from some baddies and the camera is like on the wall, it's like angled on the wall, and the characters are running so fast that they can't turn fast enough, right? So they just end up crashing into the wall, just whoops. And the sound that comes and the visuals that comes when they hit that wall, it feels like you can like legit feel the impact. They're like bam, bam, like hard. And sure, you could probably do something like that in live action, but I'm convinced it won't look as good as it did in Arcane in that specific shot. This is just one example out of hundreds in this entire show. It's just one example. Seriously, go and rewatch that episode or go watch the first episode of Arcane and come back and let me know. Just let me know, like, yeah, I know what you're talking about. That shit was crazy. I am genuinely afraid that we are not going to get a show as beautiful as Arcane for a very long time. These 2 seasons of Arcane took almost 10 years to make. And we're so lucky that they got done because there's a lot of times where Arcane could have been scrapped. We blessed, y'all. We blessed. The characters in this show are also amazing. Yes, they are based off League of Legends characters, but I personally don't think you need to know anything about League of Legends to enjoy Arcane to its fullest extent. I personally felt connected to so many characters in this show, and Arcane does a really, really good job making you care about characters. Even if you don't see them that often, you care. There is a character in this show that has 0 to like 1 lines in the entire series, and people love him on the internet. Real ones will know who I'm talking about. In all of the scenarios and situations that the characters find themselves in feel so believable. They make sense. They feel natural to each character's personalities and how they ended up where they were at. They all feel really consistent throughout the show, and you can kind of make sense of why this character did this thing this way, because that's just how they are. This is the type of person they were. I don't really want to go into much details and spoilers because it's a good chance that you sent this to somebody who refuses to watch an animated show. But believe me when I say, this show will break you. If you're hesitant on watching the show, or you're just not sure if you would enjoy it or not, seriously, watch the first 3 episodes. Just the first 3. You may not like it, you might want to throw up because it's animated, but just the first 3. Come back to me when you're done. We could talk about it. There's a place here for you. I give out good hugs. This show will make you care about its characters, and you probably won't even realize how much you care about the characters until something tragic happens to them. And the best part about this show is how it weaves all of its individual character stories into one big overarching story. Honestly, it's absolutely beautiful to watch, and I know a lot of other shows do this kind of similar thing, but Arcane has a really bad habit of making these stories collide at the worst possible time for these characters, which is horrible for them, but really great for us. The story of Arcane is my personal favorite part about the show. I've kind of come to a place in my life where the story has to be good for me to consider something like really masterful, or, you know, something really worth my time. Sometimes a show or a game's theme can kind of carry it where the story doesn't matter that much, but when the story and the theme are both 10 out of 10s, well, then you get Arcane. The story is my favorite part, but it is what suffers the most from Arcane because it is only 2 seasons. That is Arcane's biggest problem, is that it could have and probably should have been longer. At least one other season would have really alleviated a lot of these issues, but I get why they didn't go and make another season. Arcane already cost them $250 million to make, so it just didn't make financial sense to do a 3rd season. But honestly, I ain't mad about it because they were still able to pull off a masterclass of a season 2 and were able to give the show a good send-off, in my opinion. The ending it's very epic. The ending is awesome. I would put it up there with like a Lord of the Rings ending. It feels grandeur. It feels big. It feels like a huge thing is happening in this world, not just these characters, but in the world. It is a wonderful season and a masterfully done show. Seriously, if you are not convinced on watching Arcane yet, just do it, dude. Just please do it, because I want more shows like this. I want to show everybody in the world that this is what I want. This is what I need. I need more shows like this. Let me know if you know somebody who refuses to watch animated shows, and please feel free to send this video to them. Hopefully we can convince them together. Trust me, I am sending this video to all of my friends that told me they won't watch this show, because yes, I am that petty. Did you enjoy Arcane? Let me know in the comments down below, and also post any other shows that I should keep an eye out for 2025, or maybe some live action shows that I missed in 2024. We are also on the road to 1,000 subs. We are almost there. We're right there. We're at 800 something subs, and it feels so great. So please, if you enjoyed the video at least a little bit, please consider subscribing, commenting, liking, all that stuff. Interacting with the video all helps. But thank you so much, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Hugs and kisses. Bye bye.